Rhysand throwing Feyre in the Weaver's cottage is significantly worse than anything Tana.
That video was sent to me by a friend of mine, and I watched it and I realized that I have never talked about the utter insanity that was that Weaver's cottage trip. And it's definitely one of those things that is kind of taken in a cutesy little light. Like it's a lot less serious than it is. But honestly, there's so much wrong with that Weaver thing. So for those who forgot, who honestly, I feel like a lot of us forgot. I even forgot, and I hate Rhysand. Rhysand has Feyre go into the Weaver's cottage to go and get this ring as kind of like a test to see like where she is in her magical journey, which she really wasn't anywhere in her magical journey because of all the stuff going on in the Spring Court in Tamlin. So she was not prepared to do this. So Feyre goes in, she gets it done. It is also traumatic to her, and Feyre is already very fragile. And she's just like, what the fuck was this for? And then Rhysand was like, just, you'll see. Something like that. Whether it went, this is how I remember it going down. I'm not opening up Akamath to go and find that passage. I'm just not. I don't like Akamath. But then we find out later when Feyre and Rhysand are mated and married and all of that, that the ring from the Weaver's cottage was placed there by Rhysand's mom, I think, so that Rhysand's wife could be tested to see whether she was worthy or not. And I am just like, ain't that about a bitch? That's insane mother-in-law behavior. Like, she was monster-in-lawing from beyond the grave. And honestly, when it comes to Rhysand's mom's undead behavior in regards to Rhysand's future wife or whatever, the thing with the Weaver's cottage didn't even register to me because my mind was so hyper focused on that thing where every dress that Feyre has worn through the series, including like the ones in like sexual situations, in kind of non-consensual sexual situations, those dresses were all made for her by his mom. And like the Starfall dress, fine. If his mama made that, honestly, good on you, girly. Give me some sewing tips from beyond the grave. But the dress under the mountain, where like it's like flimsy cloth, it's like barely anything, she's like barely covered. His mother made that? I'm sorry, what? Even putting the context of the scenes under the mountain where she was wearing that dress aside, you are telling me Rhysand's mom, no name, no last name, you are telling me, miss, that you made your daughter-in-law's lingerie so that your son could fuck her? Absolutely not. So my husband has walked in while I am recording this, and as a married man,
Which I am.
I want to ask you a question.
I can answer it.
So let's say you were like a ruler of a country and you were trapped in some kind of like bad situation and you needed to like do like awful kind of non-consensual fucked up things to me in order to get us out of that situation, which I am not necessarily saying is a bad thing in this moment. Like, we're not talking about that right now.
There was a question in this?
Hang on. So can I ask, honey, how you would feel if there was if in your house there was a closet full of all sorts of things for me that, like, you hadn't met me yet. I'm not even born yet. You are like 500 years old. And your mom is like a seamstress. She's like a really good seamstress. And she makes every single piece of clothing that I put on my body in your presence. Okay, so this includes, like, you know, wedding dresses and formal dresses. And remember that, like, those fucked up things that I was telling you about that, like your hypothetical overlord self would be doing to upon my person?
Yeah.
Your mom made those too. She knew that I would need them. How do you feel about that?
The fuck?
I'm still laughing.
So...
These are actual events that happen in the book.
How do y'all read this book? Seriously.
And therein lies the issue here. Like, this is a fucked up situation in that even my husband, who is green and DNF'd like up to halfway through the first book, it turns out I do want you to read this, but mostly because of stuff like this. I want to see what you think of the fuckery that is happening in these books. There's also more, which means that you're in a good opportunity to read it now, because I did tell you there's 2 more books coming out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we're very excited about that.
Well, we are.
Anyway, yeah, fuck Rhysand's, like, Rhysand's mother-in-law sucks. Like, yes, like, she's dead and bad things happen to her, and, like, her wings are probably not hanging in Tamlin's study or whatever, however that was. But she's not a great mother-in-law from beyond the grave. I can't imagine what she would have been like when she was alive.